Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider just threw another massive curveball at us, and I'm a little torn because in episode 10 we get the Tak versus Tojima fight, which I was pretty hyped for. I pretty much assumed that Tojima was going to come out on top, but to be fair, after what happened during the Ichio versus Mitsuba fight, I wasn't sure, and sure enough, Tojima loses, which I don't love. Not because I'm anti-strong women or anything, but I don't love the seemingly explanation that they give. So the explanation that they give in this episode for Mitsuba coming out on top over Ichio is Ichio let him win to show Mitsuba the importance of believing in yourself and how you can channel the true Kamen Rider, which I don't love, but I do understand what they were going for, and I can accept that as an explanation. If they try to do the same thing for the Tak versus Tojima fight, though, I'm gonna be pretty upset. Like, Tojima literally fought a bear for training. Tak punched a punching bag. I'm not saying that she can't be super strong and super powerful, but the explanation and fight that we get here, in my opinion, was pretty disappointing. Tojima doesn't teach her any lessons. He barely gives her a good fight. He just kind of stands there and takes a bunch of punches. I understand that he is a tank. Tak is obviously more agile and he moves around the court a lot more, but Tojima doesn't move at all. He kind of just stands there and gets punched in the face repeatedly until he starts bleeding out, almost gets knocked out, and then throws one really strong punch, which Tak eventually learns to divert. Which, like, what? I don't understand what they're trying to show us with this fight. Again, I understand the other two previous fights and the way that they kind of subverted expectations in a way, but Tojima losing this fight kind of feels lackluster. It feels disappointing in a way where it's like you already gave us the curveball of Ichio versus Mitsuba, and to try and throw another curveball at us without giving us any reasonable explanation as to why a guy who, again, fought a bear and won, lost in like 30 minutes. Like, and granted, it wasn't even 30 minutes. The episode itself was like 30 minutes, but the fight itself was over really quickly, and all he did was stand there and get punched over and over and over again, and sometimes he tried to counter, and it didn't work. And then it would be like, oh, he's channeling his inner Kamen Rider. He's really strong. His passions are finally coming through, and then he just stand there and get punched again. Like, this wasn't interesting, and it wasn't like meaningful like the Ichio versus Mitsuba fight. So I'm just kind of left sitting here like, what were you trying to do? Like, what was the goal of this fight? Like, I genuinely don't know, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. Maybe I'm missing something. Drop a like and follow while you're there, and as always, stay nerdy.